write something, and I've seen this happen so many times, you write something and it's just amazing how God will just orchestrate and use things to springboard off one another. So I did want to springboard off a couple of things this morning, some of the beautiful comments that have been made. Joni never wrote the book that she wanted to write, but we're very encouraged that she's in the only book that counts.
Woo!
I want to encourage you, as Kevin did earlier, just want to come alongside you, brother, and encourage you to keep short accounts. So we're here to honor Joni, her memory, what she's meant to us. I didn't expect this to be so hard. Thankfully, we as believers do not grieve like unbelievers, those without hope, because we have hope and we have a blessed assurance. The value of meeting like this, times like these, the way we honor our loved ones who have gone before us, is to mark this as a time that we choose to move forward in our lives, to be better as human beings, and to keep short accounts. I've too often felt the pain of losing someone and realize how much better I could have been. So let this be a time for you, to the extent that it's possible for you, from Romans 12, be at peace with all men. At its core, Joni wanted what we all want: companionship, loyalty, security, stability, a sense of worth, and an understanding that you are accepted, and that you're valued, and that you're loved. And Jesus promises all of that in a way exclusively superior to any and all other thought or teaching. If you don't believe that now, one day you will, and our prayer, and what would most certainly be Joni's prayer for you today, is that you would discover and embrace the saving knowledge of Christ, his risen Lord, before you too cross the threshold. That is the aim of man and God's mission for his Son, the reconciliation and restoration of relationship lost by sin through the finished work of the cross as he was lifted up to draw all of his children unto himself. My relationship with Joni started off rocky, to say the least. To say the very, very least. In an attempt to break that logjam, years after Suzette and I were married, I wrote and circulated a letter to the family that at the time certainly didn't help things. It caused quite the conflagration. Years went by, a lot of life went by, and things became increasingly better between us. And the last few years were precious. At one point, I had given her a card when she was going through a difficult time, and I didn't know whether she'd read it, liked it, but then it became a frequent topic of our conversations as she would thank me and tell me how much it meant to her. And we were able to share with one another how much we loved and appreciated one another. And I'm so glad that we had those opportunities over the last few years. And I will treasure those memories, and I will honor her memory, and I will continue to strive to be better to the people I care about, making a difference in the lives of people in service to my King. We love you, Joni, and we will miss you here. I did want to play. I played it for Suzette, and she said that you should play that. So this is a phone call from Joni. It's from a while back, but it's certainly precious to me and to Suzette, and I hope that it blesses you. We'll see how this works.
Kirk, it's Joni. I know you're leaving tomorrow.
Well, thanks. Technology, never my strongest suit.
Kirk, it's Joni. I know you're leaving tomorrow. I've got to be excited about going to see your wife and the new grandchild. I just want you to know, while you were there, I know that you would always be there if I needed somebody, which I really appreciate. But I'll tell you what, everything is great now. I watched a show this morning on TV with a psychiatrist. I realized I have had mental problems since Marty passed. You know what? Every morning I get up and do a thing like getting up for today. But you know what?
I don't know what happened, but the point is, it was just, it's just so important to invest in the lives of other people. And I know that that's what Joni would want. We began to invest in each other's lives. And that phone call, and many others that I have saved and will keep, were just the culmination of that investment as two people were just able to open their hearts to one another and share love. And that's how I want to encourage you today, because I know that that's how she would encourage you today.
Thank you.